behalf of teachers who are scared to talk for fear of retribution. They're able, through working class solidarity, to give these teachers voice. And through those campaigns, my union has won raises, retention bonuses, and better working conditions. That's working class solidarity. That's power. These are just some examples in Dallas. We will need a larger scale showing of working class solidarity if we're trying to defeat the U.S. oligarchy and the Trump agenda. But we already have the bones ready to fight here in Dallas and in the pockets of the labor movement all around the United States. It's easier than ever now to connect to the labor movement across the country. So it's time for everyone to realize that the labor movement is their struggle, that the working class struggle is their struggle. And it's time for everyone to join in and follow the labor movement, because that's a place where all of us as working class people belong. So earlier people were saying get up, get down. The way I always learned that chant is get up, get down, Dallas is a union town. So can we practice that? Get up, get down. Get up, get down. Thank you.
Hey y'all, how are we doing today? It's a little too tall for me. I said, how are we doing today? My name is Judith. I'm an organizer with the Party for Socialism and Liberation. I want to say thank you to Rosie for bringing up that poem, because it's right? First they came for the socialists, then they came for the union people, then they came for the Jews. And let's think about May Day, because May Day is a holiday that started in the United States. May Day commemorates the riots and the deaths that were caused for people fighting for an 8-hour workday. People died for the 8-hour workday. And the United States does not want us to know that. They don't want us to know our history. They don't want us to think of ourselves as workers or the working class. They call us the middle class. But we are the working class. They don't want us to have solidarity as workers because that's dangerous to the capitalists who make so much money off of our labor. To people like Elon Musk, who are making billions off of government subsidies for rockets that go nowhere. Shame! For people like Donald Trump, who makes billions cheating his workers, profiting off of immigrant labor, and then turning around and saying he's going to mass deport all these people. Shame! They don't want us to have international worker solidarity because they don't want us to think of ourselves as having more in common with the international working class than with the billionaires that run this country. Because it's true. We have so much more in common with the people whose U.S. bombs are falling on their heads than with the people who run this country. And it's a shame. We need to stand together and have solidarity as workers and ignore the stupid culture wars that they use to divide us. Because at the end of the day, trans people aren't the reason that we don't have health care.